What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on out there in the universe, man? It's your boy Cups the Universe. Join the Universe family, Universe gang. You already know how we moving. Everything is one with us. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy. And today we're gonna be doing a little critical thinking about minors, and we're gonna say, okay, should minors be allowed to buy birth control without their parents' consent? So my thing is, okay, is birth control also a means of, safe sex? Because when you're a teenager and when you're a little youngin', you get something called health class where they teach you about the reproduction organs and they want to give you condoms. At least I think I remember them giving out condoms when we was in high school in health class. And there wasn't no consent for that, right? Like, I mean, you didn't have to go, like, the school didn't have to, call your parent and say, okay, your child, we want to give your child a condom, and so basically, is it okay? They just give the children the condoms because they figured that would help with birth. So if birth control also helps with birth, like helps prevent birth, and if you see statistics where a lot of young girls, maybe let's say 15 to 18, right, 15 to 17 or some shit like that, and their statistics is showing that they're increase in pregnancies amongst this age group, then I feel like, okay, birth control should be also administered to the females. Because see, what young kids don't realize is young kids live in the present. You know what I'm saying? They live day to day, they live in the now, So when they're young teenagers, even though we may be older than them, we was that age at one time, they haven't been that age yet. So they tend to think like, I'm in my life, I'm grown. They don't see past that age. They don't see when they 30. They don't see when they gonna be 40. So a lot of times they'll have babies and not realize the struggle that comes with it, and how it limits your life, right? How it, like, if you was a female and you had certain dreams and goals, you may not be able to do it depending on your situation, being a young mother, right? Because children are very big responsibilities, and nobody can tell you different about that. Everybody that has a kid will tell you, like, that's a big responsibility, period. You think a car is a big responsibility? You think a house is a big responsibility? Think of having a kid, like, trying to buy a house. Only thing is you don't have to buy it, and then you still have to sustain it. So imagine you get a free house, but you gotta pay mortgage on it, but you don't have a job. So it gets difficult, So I agree with, I feel like the consent to safe sex is with the person. So if a person is 15, 14, yeah, we don't want them to have sex at that age, but who's to tell you what God is gonna allow happen? Because people don't understand, a young person, parent can have a baby, and that baby can have a purpose, or that baby's baby can have a purpose. And you being a human being, you looking at it like, oh, well, that's not the norm in society, but God don't care about what you think is the norm in society. You know what I'm saying? Things happen for the bigger purpose, and that's it. So I feel like birth control for minors doesn't really need the consent of their parents, because I mean, what parent is going to tell their child, well, you know what, you don't need to take birth control, and allow their child to end up pregnant, right? No, most parents don't want their children to be pregnant at such a young age, but it happens, and it's okay when it does happen. But what I'm saying is that, they shouldn't need consent from their parents to protect their self from a situation that's going to cause they self to learn a lesson. Their parents don't learn a lesson from them having kids. They learn a lesson. Now, sometimes, most likely, young parent, has, their parents and they parents' parents, And usually they kind of take and set in more so of the responsibilities, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, a lot of times young parents kind of get a little easy, but not all of them, you know, and they got to start working early, they got to learn responsibility early. And, you know, I think at that age it's meant for them to be young and learn youthful stuff. Because when you get in the grown-up position, you're going to have to stay that way. You can't cry about the bills you need to be paid if you accumulated the bills. You see, you have to learn how to take care of your own messes, your own responsibilities. You know, you can't say, well, you know, I'm this young and I accumulated these bills because I, you know, wanted to do this, that, and the third, or have this, that, and the third, and then it's like, well, it's somebody else's fault, or I gotta, you know, look for somebody else to, like, you know, take care of that situation. It's really all on you, and that's what a lot of young people don't really realize, because they do have the help of their parents or older guardians, maybe aunt, uncle, maybe cousin, maybe even brother and sister, older, you know what I mean, that actually may cover them in certain situations, may let them live with them, may babysit a child for them, you know what I'm saying? But to answer the question in this critical thinking, I believe and I feel that minors should be allowed to get birth control without the consent of their parents, because you know children like to hide stuff from their parents. So if you can't get it without the consent of your parents, it's a good chance that either they're going to go above and beyond to get it, or, you know, if they got any resilience or ambition, or they're going to not get it because they know that they have to ask their parents for permission, which would be like a female notarizing or notifying her parents that she's sexually active at an age where most parents will not condone a young person being sexually active. And the only reason I'm speaking on women is because birth control deals with women. You see what I'm saying? So it's most likely the female, you know. And then in today's day and time, you gotta say, okay, well, are they giving minors the one, you know, the 1 day pill or whatever that pill is called, like the abortion pill? Is that the thing that they're giving out nowadays without consent? Because that's something that's out now, the Plan B, right? So, you know, you gotta look at it like, okay, well, if they can have birth control, you know what I'm saying, to keep them from having pregnancies. Now, abortion pills and birth control is two different things, because birth control is the prevention of the situation prior to the situation happening, and, you know, Plan B is to after the situation. So you got to be pregnant to take a Plan B, but you don't have to be pregnant to take, you know, birth controls, which also ultimately would prevent birth. But, you know, I understand there may be more side effects that come with birth control pills and such that actually may be a reason why they don't really want the minors to, you know, get it. I'm not versed in birth control. I don't really know. You know, I have, you know, twins, and they was my only kids that I ever had in my life. I'm not one of them niggas that got 17 different baby mothers. One baby mother, I would have had one kid, but it just happened to be twins. You see what I'm saying? And I had them twins when I was 28 and graduated college. And now I'm older and I still don't have no more kids. You see what I'm saying? So don't make it think, don't think that it's the man can be responsible too, basically. And the reason why I ended up having kids, be honest with you, I was being irresponsible. You see what I'm saying? Because it wasn't planned. And I gotta keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Because as young men, you gotta be prepared. Don't just jizz up in a female and don't expect a pregnancy. You know, a lot of times that don't happen, but you never know. And then for the male being young and having kids, you know, they conflicted, you know, because they're like, oh, I want to still be young. I still want to hang out with my bros. I still want to be, you know what I'm saying, active out here on the turf or whatever the case may be. Mind you, I'm not in the gang. I'm just, you know, those are the terms, lingo. And, you know, basically, you know, they fight with that energy. Plus, it's so easy for a man to walk away from a baby because they don't carry the baby 9 months. They'll granted, men always are attached to their babies, but not as much as the mother, because the mother got to carry them for 9 months. You see what I'm saying? She gotta walk around with the belly. She gotta push the baby out. So it's a bigger bond there. You see what I'm saying? So for the fellas also, it's like, you know what I mean? Take responsibility and protect yourself, or don't engage in those activities when you don't want children, because like I said, children is a big responsibility. But back to the females. Yes, I believe minor females should be able to get birth control pills from health class, from GYNs, from free clinics, and it should be able to be done without the consent of their parent, because like I said, it has to do with the children or the minor's body. Now, if the parent, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as like statutory rape with the older man and the younger girl, they're still under the guidance and protection of their parent. So their parent have all the right to be like, without my consent, this doesn't go down. You see what I'm saying? Because that's more protecting the child from something, you know what I'm saying, that they may be able to see as an elder. But as far as children is concerned with their own bodies, and females are concerned, minors and being young, you know what I'm saying? And when I was in high school, mad girls was pregnant. So, you know what I'm saying? They was hooky parties and pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I believe that minors, females, should be able to get birth control pills without the consent of their parents. You see what I'm saying? Yo, it's your boy Cups the Universe. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Join the Cups Universe. Join the Universe gang. Join the Universe family, because we all one and we all one with God. You feel me? So without further ado, I just want to send my blessings to everybody. Peace.